Okay.
And we're out of combat.
Hooray. Hooray! Gives us just enough time to like search all this stuff before I gotta leave, because I gotta leave around 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Uh,
Sir,
Figure out what the heck
let's
is
have
going
everyone
on
on the
here.
back. I tell him, don't worry about that. We got.
I'm sorry for casting disparaging remarks on you.
That's all right. It was. If I ever did turn evil and needed someone to take me out, I would trust you. For not foreshadowing anything.
Hopefully not foreshadowing anything.
Alright.
Yeah. I think we're most interested in the stuff on the desk.
Yep.
Check out the
Papers,
wardrobe.
rifle.
You said there's an armoire as well, so I guess I'll investigate that for traps.
Okay.
Sometimes people trap those sort of things.
Nizzo would. If he was a trapper.
I actually am.
Oh.
I thought you were a locksmith
Like-
guy.
Well, mostly I'm primarily, but I do home security as a whole, so I also have... I actually have 4 ranks in craft traps. So I actually could create traps like myself. That's part of why I'm like so good at disabling traps as well as in locks, is because I'm also a bit of an expert on traps. Not as much as locks, but my
Okay.
bonus for craft traps is only plus 11 compared to plus 21 for craft locks, but
With your perception, you're not finding anything useful. On the desk, it looks like really just mundane stuff. I think the map maker grabbed a desk from some random thing, but there's really nothing on the desk, except for maybe some blank sheets of paper.
so this room doesn't actually look all that lived in, is what the impression I'm getting.
Um, no, it looks like it serves like a singular purpose, and yeah, pretty much, yeah.
The nature of this place, those things could have just been here for who knows how long, just not doing
If they're
anything.
Simulacra, then yeah, they could be here forever. Those things don't have an expiration date.
Mm-hmm. And if you're checking out the armoire, it just looks old and whatnot, and doesn't
It
look
didn't
like
look
there's any
trapped, so
traps.
I'd probably have tried to open it, unless it's locked, in which case I'd have to disable the lock, but
Yeah.
here's that just in case.
Okay. And inside it is, yeah, there's no lock. Inside it looks to be a collection of fine, noble clothing, just like the one that that guy was wearing, just in slight differences, perhaps. Perhaps he doesn't wear the same thing every day. Or did. So, some noble outfits in the armoire.
Some nice clothes.
Actually, apparently my disabled device is supposed to be plus 31, not plus 30. I think at some point the untyped bonus I get from my rogue stuff increase, because every 2 levels it increases, and I never increased it. So I'll go ahead and fix that. So it's just like random stuff there, nothing interesting. I guess I'll try to appraise it actually.
They're
Anything
just
valuable in there?
average, nothing super valuable, just noble outfits. There's gonna be 3 of them, just the regular general store price. I can't remember what it is, but it's above 10, I know that much, but I think they're 15 or something like that. But
Yeah, so fairly valuable for like if we were low-level adventurers, we'd be like, but probably not really of any interest to level 14 characters.
right,
Okay.
it's just clothes.
Nice clothes.
Yeah, really nice clothes though.
Alright, well. I guess if we can't find any other lead in here, I say, well, we do have the journal that Abysm has. Maybe if we read that more extensively, we'll get some more, some leads here.
Answers. Yeah, I agree.
But I
And
pat
this
my
actually
bag of holding
seems,
type too. And I've got a lot of spell learning to do.
it does also seem like this area seems like it might be safe to stay in.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Rooms full of dead people? Kind of creepy.
No, it's not dead people. Well, there are rooms, but I mean this room, this particular room though.
Oh yeah, but I am talking about
Between
these
this
rooms
and
full of dead people.
yeah, I guess if we could just go back there. I kind of almost want to search more, do a little more thorough search though through this library back up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do that.
Because I mean, like, what else am I gonna do while you're studying the journal and reading books to study magic and all that stuff?
So you want to spend some more time in the library?
That's what I would be doing, like while they're reading the journal and while they're reading the journal and like adding spells and all that stuff. Like that's what I would be doing to keep myself busy.
Is that what you guys are going to do right now? Is hole up a little bit and read that journal?
I don't know.
I think we could.
Because we don't know, do we have any other lead? Like, it seems like there should be more in this wing of the Rune Forge. I feel like we're missing something.
Maybe we'll find it in the journal.
Right, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking too. Maybe there's more information we need to find in the journal
Okay.
or in this library.
Okay, I guess I will just start reading.
Okay.
So are we just hanging? We're gonna be here for a while then, right? Like, I'd be able to take a 20 on the perception to like look through the room, right?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you're going to spend
Okay.
time on it, you're going to shove stuff around, push things aside.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
maybe I-
take that guy's corpse and put it in the rooms with the rest of his bodies. Seems appropriate.
Okay.
Alright.
And then
That
I'm
would be
going
by
to
take
sit in
20
that
perception
chair
check.
and do my reading.
So eventually I would get to a 41 perception.
Okay, and Amara will probably go back to her normal size, realizing this is kind of weird being a plant in this place. At least I feel
Yeah, I don't know
weird
if she
being
would-
a plant in this place.
I don't know what she would do.
Yeah, Mantis
I
is
don't know what she would
weird.
do during this time.
Okie dokie. So,
I don't know if she would study something or...
Nizzo, you do find something. You're probably a little
Okay.
frustrated because of the amount of work it took to find it, but you know, you do locate one single intact book.
Ooh.
Finally, some reading material that isn't just magic journals. Okay, what do I find? It's in Thessalonian, I'm guessing.
Hold on one second here. When you open this book,
Well, who says I open it? Does it have a title on it?
Oh, okay, no. Let's find out. Am I looking at the right thing?
Like, if it has a name that tells me don't open it, then I won't.
I don't think so. The name is.
It possibly
You can't
doesn't
read
have
it.
one. It's not in Thessalonian? Or is it like the cover's too scuffed up or something? I don't know.
There's like these labelings on it, but you've never seen it before, so you don't know.
Like it has pictures on it or something? Or runes or hieroglyphs?
I guess it might look rune-like to you.
Okay, before I open it, does it look like a language that I just don't know? Or does it... Like when I probably don't know. Okay.
You're
Well,
not real sure.
I guess Nizzo might open it then, because I don't have any information on it, so I'm like, probably like, what the hell is this stupid book? So yeah, what happens when I open this book? What terrible stuff happens?
Okay, you open the book and it has words in it.
It's not just a picture book.
No.
It has explosive runes?
No. This is in Thessalonian. And it would take you a little bit of time if you wanted to read to know anything about it, but nothing really happens when you open the book other than it's got
Okay.
words that look like they're in Thessalonian.
Well, I'd probably read like the first couple sentences and try to see if, like, kind of maybe see, like, flip through it and reading like the bold, things that look like titles, for example, of a section or something,
Okay.
and like try to see if I can figure out what it's a book about, maybe. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and right away and try to read the whole thing. I'm gonna try to figure out what it's about first.
Sure. Keywords that are popping out to you are persuading, inspiring, and leadership.
No, so it's a book about leadership, maybe, or something. Like, I'm like, maybe this is like a out of character. I'm thinking it's like a book about like corporate leadership or something like that, like with a bunch of like buzzwords and stuff.
Leadership
About,
among clones. No, I don't know.
It's talking about yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be like all the silly acronym stuff that we have at work. For example, like QDM and following PSP principles. Anyway, so yeah, I guess at this point then I'd go back. I don't know how long it took me to find this book, and if they're still like studying books or whatever in like that library up there or this desk or whatnot.
I think you guys have plenty of time
But-
because you're talking about staying here for a little while, at least consulting the quill as well, perhaps.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so at
Um,
least for like right now, I'm gonna put the time at 9:15. So you guys have been doing stuff for about half hour, 45 minutes now.
Okay, so it took me about that long. Like it probably took me like a half hour to find this book then.
It was a lot of moving stuff,
something.
and yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it's a pretty big room. So maybe I'd mentioned Henrik. I found a book in here, but I don't know if it's anything interesting. But at least it gives me something to read.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what it's
You need
about,
help
I
with it.
guess. It looks like it's just in Thessalonian. I should be able to read it.
Oh, good. See if you can get any information out of it while we look over other things.
Okay, back
Alright,
to
I'd sit in a corner and read it.
who has the
I'll
Abysm has it, right?
spend time
You
here
have
with
the
him.
journal.
I have the journal. Yeah, I was going to be reading it while everybody else was doing their thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like while Henrik's doing his spell prep stuff or spell scribing stuff that he wants to do, and
Pluto, the book is in the parcels for you to grab.
oh, okay. I have a description in there. Okay, like nope, it just says
Nope.
book. All right,
It's just
fair
a book
enough.
for now.
For now,
Okie dokie. Abysm, you spend up to 45 minutes reading the journal.
Yeah.
Perhaps skimming it instead of doing a full read.
Well, anything that catches my interest.
Okay.
So is
There's.
that like a linguistics or just? Yeah.
Go ahead and roll linguistics, and then I'll give you all this info. Okay.
Not bad.
You continue where you guys had left off at some of the journal entries. It seems obvious the dementia finally struck soon enough to prevent him from creating a new clone, and 'twas finally age started taking over. But
Right.
he doesn't look aged. But in his journal entries, he'll talk about how he feels like his body aging for the first time, and then he continues. About more of the improved clone spell, which seems like it's a 9th level spell.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's better than normal clone, apparently.
Yeah, and it says is particularly wondrous and would itself consume most of a lifetime. Not sure what all that sentence doesn't make sense to me, but that's what it says. Anyways, this journal approves valuable because it seems like, this is a complete improvement of a spell. And that looks like it might work with the right person. So you can appraise this journal as well. And then also, there are 2 key entries, two key entries, and these are going to actually be handouts.
Okay.
The text may not be like super easy to read, so just let me know, and then I can read it out loud for you guys if you need. You guys are able to read, I guess, because you're quiet.
yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Do we know? I recognize one of these names, but I don't know if we would recognize it because I don't know if we actually ever learned his name. And that was the Silverman. Did he ever introduce himself to us properly?
No.
Okay. So we don't actually know that this actually is referencing him. Abjurant Halls. Which one's that?
Probably the
Envy.
abjuration place. Sounds like they just
Right, but I mean,
destroyed it.
we haven't been there or anything, right?
No, we
So
haven't.
So this says to me that the Rune Lords are still around, and the minions in this place are all sort of vying to make sure that their Rune Lord is the one that awakens first.
I have a second handout. Let me know when you're ready for that one.
Okay, I read it.
And it tells us where one of the Rune Lords is sleeping.
Oh yeah, Shinshalost.
It gives us a location,
Karzog City.
but it's not Karzog, it's Zandergul.
No, that one's Karzog's. This guy serves Xandergul. He's complaining about how Karzog's
Going to wake up first, right?
yeah. As long as his rune well is active. Is that the thing we saw earlier? Was that his rune well? I thought it was like a failed project that was supposed to be one of those or something. Hmm.
Well, it pretty much tells us here, I guess, what we need to do. Final.
So we
Fragments of any of the
we
mirrors.
found some of.
Oh,
We actually did find part of what we were looking for then.
Yep, you guys did take a good wing to
Finally.
choose. Yeah. Very insightful indeed. So we'll pretty much stop here, and
We need to smash a mirror.
yeah, next week you guys.
oh, hey, it tells us how to get out.
Can figure out what you want to do.
And I'm curious about Delphashine's equipment.
Well, Delvaheen is. Does it say who? Which
Yeah,
lord she
Sorshin.
serves? Sorshin?
The Love Lord.
Who's that? Oh,
Lust.
Lust? Oh, okay.
So I'm suspecting the equipment that needs to be cleansed before they're handled is going to be interesting.
It's going to be, yes. He says that he placed some kind of circle in the Halls of Wrath to escape this place. Oh, his 205th clone. It didn't make.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been paving the way for his lord to come about. And because Karzog awoke first, he's been working with Lust to break the
To try and, like,
barriers
undermine
around
him.
Karzog's resting place.
So he's dead. We determined he's probably dead then.
He is.
Like he-
Uh,
So
Think
he,
so.
but we might be able to still see like who if the people he was working with are still around. I guess.
This Delvaheen, at least. It sounds
Yeah.
like the others,
Yeah.
like, after they obliterated the Envy people, kind of, like, turned on each other.
Delphaheen
Which
doesn't
one
seem
was-
to be truly committed to this plan, though. They seem to be
Yeah, it says that
have
she
their
was,
own
like...
self-interests.
Which one was
Yeah,
the
she
one
was
that we went
happily, like,
into and then
doing
ran
everything.
away from because
Wrath.
I had that was the Wrath one. So he has
And it
something.
does say,
He
yeah,
built something in there. So we
Yeah,
will
there's-
have to go.
he says
We
there's
will
some
have to
kind of
go there.
circle that allows
Yeah.
escape.
Okay. So we'll have to go there eventually. We can see if that golem's still damaged from when we went there like 2 days ago or whatever. Because if it's not, then it means something's repairing
We
it.
have to try and not
probably.
trigger that alarm, though.
Preferably, yeah.
What was it that did it? Was it the golem?
I think we just saw them. Or it
When
just
we
saw
stepped
us,
into the
I
room.
think.
It saw us and then it did something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It triggered an
Alarms
alarm,
went off, yeah.
air walked towards us, and started shooting at us with a gigantic bow.
Yep.
I may be able to get it to not trigger that alarm. Because I do have control construct.
Well, we need to make some of these rune weapons, which are conveniently
Yep,
6,
apparently.
the size of a largish party.
Mm-hmm. And we need a fragment of one of these mirrors, which apparently we can break without too much, I guess, consequences.
Okay.
Oh,
We have a plan.
I just noticed something.
Mm,
Apparently, last time I think last time I was just using a wand and rolled a one to disable it. Apparently, it doesn't actually disable it. Apparently, for me, it just means I have a -10 penalty on UMD checks with it for 24 hours
Okay.
because I have the Unchained Rogue
Oh,
skill focus
Unchained.
thing for it.
Mhm.
That's the thing I didn't know about. Oh well.
Yay, Unchained stuff. Okay, so we'll
You done?
stop here. Yeah.
Sounds good.
I guess so.
Now you guys feel maybe a little better. You have a plan.
Now we know.
Oh
what
yeah,
we're doing.
this is like the entire time we were in the Greed Hall, it felt like there was like nothing useful in there for us. Like this one's the
There
first one where
isn't.
we're like, holy shit, this is
Other than
Yeah, this is like the first
fact
one of those.
that you can make spell component materials if you really need to.
making
I guess,
spell components, and then maybe if you're willing to like fuck around with it, the pool that they tried to make their own rune forge or whatever there,
Broken
that
pool,
that was that could have been useful.
This journal entry does concern me with one thing though, and that you reminded me with the Halls of Greed, is that this Azavan took bodies, so I'm guessing that that's the necromancy person.
Gluttony.
Yeah, gluttony and necromancy. Delvaheen is the lust person. This
Yes.
person, did we ever get his name?
Nope.
I don't know if we did.
Xandergul? Or you mean the
But
actual
then it
wizard
also
himself?
talks about, yeah. But it also talks about these two other people, Orticon and what was the other one?
Well, one's probably
remember.
Wrath.
Yeah,
I do know
that's
who
the question
I-
I'm having. Is that which one of these are Greed and Wrath? Because if they all worked together to defeat Envy,
Loosely
Then-
together.
loosely
It's just
together.
because Envy was trying to screw around when the first stirrings of the pool came about.
Right. I wonder if any of these people are the person we talked to.
The Silverman?
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
You guys don't know.
Which might be a problem if he actually does, serve Karzog rather than just saying, "Oh, I don't know anything about Karzog."
Yeah, he didn't seem too interested in anything, though. He's just sort of there.
I guess so.
Well, I
I
mean,
couldn't say.
with how addled his mind was, maybe he did serve Karzog and he just doesn't remember it anymore.
Yeah, that's possible.